Alright guys, so this is yet again another video for the Skullcandy Slyr headphones. Some people are still having some confusion about how to set up these headphones, so pretty much all I'm doing is showing a video of how I set them up, and that's about it. Just how you're going to hook it up the way I do. And if you're having any problems, you can still message me, but there's not really a lot to do when it comes to hooking up these headphones. It's just the way that they were made is really confusing when you first see them, so we'll just get straight into it. Okay, so the first thing is that you're going to want to make sure that you have these three main cables. The first cable would be this cable, which is the cable that goes from your headphones into the bottom, which would be right here where you see my finger going. I don't know if you can see it. I will lift this up. It goes right in there where you see the headphone jack. That's where your headphone cable will go. It's just a normal 3.5mm cable. You don't need the ones that came with the headset, which is why I'm not using those ones, because mine's had shorted out. But you can use these. You plug them into there and then they go into your headphones. That's the only way that you're going to get audio coming from using the mix amp. Otherwise you're going to have to plug it straight into the headphones. So after you get that plugged in, then this is the USB cable. All you need is the USB cable to plug it into your computer or whatever device you're using. If you're using a PS3, you can plug it into the PS3 to get microphone audio. You just plug it into the PS3 and the PS3 will recognize it as a USB device. After a couple of seconds, you go inside the audio device section and it'll notice. With the Xbox, you use this instead of the Xbox understanding it as a USB device. You have to use a special cable for that. I don't have it on me at the moment, but it's just the elbow cable. It goes right in here and then it goes into the bottom of your controller. I showed this in the other video. I may do an overlay, but it's really not that hard to know what you're doing. So once you have those plugged in and plugged up, I'm going to plug them up so I can show you, and then I'm going to show you what happens after you plug in the USB cable. Alright guys, so now that I have this hooked up, you can see that my cable's in the bottom of the headphone jack and in the bottom of the headphones itself. All you gotta do is just plug it up into this part right here. It'll be an empty jack. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's not plugged in. It's just you plug it straight into there. Alright, so that's simple as that. You get that part done, and now I will show you how you hook it up to your computer, and all you gotta do is just plug up a USB cable. It's not that hard. Alright guys, so for whatever reason my memory card just crashed on my camera, so I'm just gonna hold my camera. I can't hold it on the tripod right now. So this is pretty much the USB cable that came from the Skullcandy, and it's just going inside of my USB 3.0 slot. And you don't need 3.0, you can use 2.0 or 1.0, but it's preferable 2.0 or higher just for speed and performance reasons. So we are now going to go to my computer so I can show you, what's going on in there, and then after that, that's about it. Alright guys, so we are now on the computer. I had a couple of technical difficulties getting here, but that's just because of my computer. The one thing I will tell you is that the cable that I told you, the 3.5mm cable that you plug into your headset, you can't use any other one except for the one that they supplied with the Skullcandy in order for the microphone to work, because when I was just trying to use it, the other one did not work. So that's that part. I don't understand why, but we're going to go down here. For those of you that didn't see, this is the volume mixer. You're going to right click on this, and then you're going to click recording devices. Now where you see recording devices, you will see USB microphone and blue snowball. Well, if you have another microphone, these are always going to be here. Well, not always, but whatever other microphone ports you have for your computer. What you're going to do is, for microphone, the problem that I had with the Skullcandy when I first got them is that the levels for it was set to 0. So you're gonna want to go to microphone in the levels, and you're gonna want to turn this from 0 to 100 if you have it down at 0. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear the microphone. And then after that, all you're gonna want to do is just click Set as Default, and that'll be it. The microphone should work. I'm gonna go on Skype, and you can see that the USB microphone is the one that's recording right now. I'm gonna do a test recording, and I'm talking into my microphone. And that's about it. So I'm going to switch over to my PS3 before somebody asks me how to set it up on the PS3, for those of you who have problems. The people on the Xbox, my Xbox has been put away for quite some time, so I'm not going to be able to record a video for the Xbox. I may do one in the future if you guys really need it, but it's not that hard to set it up for the microphone. All you have to do is just plug up the cable that I showed you, the elbow, into the bottom of the controller, and have a USB power source. You don't even have to have it specifically plugged up to the Xbox. The USB cable doesn't need to be plugged up to the Xbox. So I'm gonna switch now, and that's about it. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so I am here inside of my PS3 settings menu, and you're going to want to go over to the accessory settings. Now once you go inside of the accessory settings menu, you're going to go to audio device settings, and this is where all of your microphones will be used, which I'm sure you already know. So I'm going to take the USB cable from my Slyr and plug it into the USB port in my PS3. And now that it is in there, you'll see that the screen kind of shook for a little bit for a second. You're gonna go to input devices, select it, and when you go up one, you will see that the Skullcandy Slyr is in here, and it is recognized as a input device. You should probably be able to hear me speaking. I cannot hear myself because I'm using my my preview window on my PVR. So that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna get out of this so you don't hear me double. Okay, so that's about it, guys. And the other thing that I wanted to point out that I kind of forgot to say in the previous section, when you're listening on the PC, you can use the audio for USB. You don't have to, the speakers will come out if you're using USB. If you use the USB set to audio, if you go inside the playback audio on your PC, so you can use it. You don't need to use the cable plugged into your PC. Do not use the way that they tell you to plug it up to the plug it in as if it's going into your phone, plugging it into the headphone slot and the microphone slot. Don't do that. It's not worth it. So that's about it. It's as simple as it gets, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you still have more questions, you can still post them in the comments. I'm going to post this as a video response to the original video so that people can see this video and they won't need to be confused anymore. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it. I'm done. Alright, peace. Excuse me. Suddenly, the restaurant is full of yelling, and there are shiny pieces of metal flying everywhere. Where is the metal coming from? Your last thought is something like, why are there ninjas in a Thai restaurant? Ninjas are Japanese. Before you